What's up, everybody, and welcome back to our homestead here in North Idaho. Man, we got a really cool video today, guys. So in this video behind us, we need to put a fence up around that garden. So what we're gonna do today is source some poles. Liz and I had been cutting some lumber down on the sawmill, so we have some fence boards to put up on those poles. We need to get that up around the garden because I think honestly we've gotten lucky that the deer have not gotten in there yet. So yeah, that's what we need to do today. But first, guys, we got a problem with the excavator. One of the drives is starting to leak, guys, which is not good. So before we do anything, I need to pull a plate off to get a part number. Okay, let's see what we got. Tag right there. A little rusty in here. That's not the best sign, guys. I'm not stoked about this project, to be honest, okay? Need to clean up this tag a little bit. We got the part number off of this part right here. So this is called the final drive. Some of you guys may know excavators, some may not. For those who don't, this is the one motor that drives this side of the track. You have a motor on each track, so this is like the main drive on this side of the track. This is a pretty big project right here. So we got these part numbers right here. Our first step to this entire project is even finding this part and seeing how expensive it's going to be. I'll put the part number on the screen right here. If anybody knows excavators or maybe knows a spot in the Pacific Northwest where a guy can buy these type of parts, yeah, definitely leave a comment down below because I've never done anything this big. Yeah, this will be fun. I think Liz has the truck ready, so we're going to take sled deck out of that and head up into the woods. Going up, grab onto the back of it.
Okay.
Right in the middle. Okay, I'm gonna go up with it.
Okay, sled deck is off, posted up just over there. Now we have pickup truck that is usable again. All right, you guys, we are finally on the road, headed up into the mountains. We had to stop at the Forest Service and grab our wood permit. We grabbed some lunch. So it's such a beautiful day. We're headed out there now.
All right, guys, so we found the spot that we had mentally noted last year. Liz and I actually came up here camping, hunting, exploring. We found this pile. I was a little worried. I thought maybe somebody had beat us to it and cut it all up for firewood, but luckily it's still here. So what this is when they did logging back here, you know, maybe it looks 4 or 5 years ago, they left this pile probably because these trees are just a little bit too small of a diameter to actually get like 2x4s out of, which loggers do that pretty frequently around here. They leave a little pile because they know that there's people like us who are going to go to the Forest Service, get a permit to come up and clean up that pile. So what we're going to do is take some poles out of this pile. All of these are like the perfect diameter to use as fence poles. All the bark is already peeled. I'm not totally sure what type it is, but for the price of the permit, we don't really care what kind it is. So I guess we got to get to cutting.
Okay, that was a good load. Pretty quick though.
Pretty quick.
We came up about 12 miles, that took us maybe 10 minutes. So
yeah, worth it.
Worth it. Yeah.
Worth the effort.
It's a good load. There's definitely some cedar, some pine, maybe some tamarack. But I think we're just going to head back down, go home, and start digging some holes.
Let's stop by the creek on the way down.
But yeah, stop by the creek, maybe cool off for a second.
That looks nice.
Okay guys, we've actually made it back to the house. We have everything all marked out. I'll show you that here in a second, where this fence is going to go, where the gate is going to go, around this garden. So let's show you guys what we got going on. So we have everything marked out. It looks like we're going to be starting right here at the corner of the greenhouse. We have all of our fence boards cut. I think they're 1/2 by 4 inch by 16 feet. So the first one will go from here to here. First post, all the little circle dots, those are posts. The post will be every 8 feet. We'll have a gate right here. Keep going down and connect it to that post right down there. So that should look nice. Got the auger out. Luckily this dirt's pretty soft, so.
How do you know? We haven't augered a single hole.
Okay, well I'm assuming it's soft.
You just jinxed us.
No, we've already talked about how we think it's gonna be easy, so let's see how it goes.
Alrighty.
Oh, we got that done.
That's hot.
Yeah, I could almost go jump in the creek. It's hot. Luckily, we only hit a little bit of like old gravel from the driveway. That was pretty straightforward. Nice soft dirt. So yeah, we just busted those 10 holes out. No big deal. I wish all the holes were like that. But I think we get to maybe clean it out a little with the post hole digger and then start setting these poles in there. Alrighty guys, this is exciting. The time has come. We get to start using some of the boards that we milled a month or so ago. So these top boards right here are all going to be used as the fence boards. All the poles in, they are tamped down nice and sturdy. We just brought up the fence boards from the bottom, our nice sawmill pile. It's nice to actually be able to use these boards that we've been milling. So I think the next move is to just start putting them up. Mike and I have kind of been talking. These boards are long, they're over 16 feet long, but I think the easiest way might be to just put them up and then cut them right there. So we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, we got all of these boards up, the 3 pieces on each one. It looks really, really good. The boards ended up being a little bit thinner than Mike and I would have really liked. You know, if we could have seen into the future, we would have made them just a little bit thicker. So what I think we're going to do is go in between each post and put a vertical board, like right in the middle of it all. It should tie all those boards together and make it just a little bit stronger.
Let's get everybody up to speed. It is looking really good. First things first, Liz and I are really excited on how everything looks. So we got all 3 of the fence boards up. Let's just kind of really break this down for you guys here. This is like a 4 by probably 1/2 inch board, and we did 3 of them 12 inches apart. But we started the first one 10 inches off the ground. So the bottom of the first one is 10 inches. Then we have a 12-inch space, 12-inch space up to the top one. Our longest boards, I think we probably ended up cutting them to about 16 inches because we set these poles on 8-foot centers throughout the whole thing. And it actually like almost worked out perfect with having the other fence posts already in the ground. Somehow everything lined up just pretty good. The boards are stuff that we cut on the mill. And yeah, obviously they're not perfect, guys. Some have a little, you know, feng shui to them, but it looks pretty good. We still have some work to do. We're gonna cut all the tops of these poles off. We're going to put a gate up here, and we need to wrap the back side of this whole garden with just probably a 2-wire electric wire. And the only goal with all of this fencing is to keep the deer out. And I guess the dogs too, to some extent, but mostly just the deer. And yeah, that's our biggest threat with a garden like this here in North Idaho. We did have to go through and put these pine boards in. I think if and when we go to do it again or put fencing like this up in another area, when we cut these boards, we're gonna cut them thicker. I don't like how thin this was, and that's why we went through and added that middle support. That was not planned. We kind of just came up with that along the way, and that added quite a bit of support to each board here, just in the sense of like now they're all tied together. So if you move one, you're moving all of them rather than just like that one. So all in all, we are really happy with how the fence turned out. You know, all these materials were either sourced by us for a very, very small fee or, you know, milled on the mill. So I'm happy with it.
I'm happy too. I think it looks awesome. It makes the whole area look a little bit put together, a little bit more put together. We obviously have a lot more work to do, but this was a really good start. This was like the biggest portion of it so far. But we really appreciate you guys watching, and we will definitely see you in the next video.
See you later, guys.